フィルトピが送るフィリピンの重要人物たちにインタビューをするシリーズConnect Exclusive。今回のテーマはフランチャイズビジネスです。ここフィリピンでもコンビニやレストラン、ファストフードにデザート、学習塾やガソリンスタンドなど実に多彩な業種でフランチャイズビジネスが盛んです。フランチャイズとは本部となるフランチャイザーが加盟店フランチャイジーと契約を結んで加盟金やロイヤリティを支払うことでブランド名の使用権や独自の商品やサービスの販売権、さらには経営セミナーなどのサポートを得られる仕組み全体のことを言います。新しいビジネスに挑戦したい個人や法人がすでにある経営のノウハウやブランド力を活用できるため多くのメリットが得られる仕組みとして人気があります。今回のコネクトエクスクルーシブはゲストにフィリピンフランチャイズ協会のクリス・リム会長を迎えてフィリピンのフランチャイズビジネスの現状と可能性について聞いていきます。
Thank you for inviting me here in Connect Exclusive. My name is Christopher Lim. I'm the president of Philippine Franchise Association.
クリス・リム会長はフィリピン最大のフランチャイズマッチング企業である U フランチャイズを経営しながらアジア最大規模のフランチャイズエクスポをここマニラで毎年主催しています。今回のインタビューは2022年にパサイ市にある SMX コンベンションセンターで行われたフランチャイズエクスポでのインタビューがきっかけで実現しました。コネクトエクスクルーシブでは初めてのフィリピン経済界からの出演となります。どうぞ最後までプログラムをお楽しみください。
Expedition Exist Expression Expert Exceed Expect Expand Philippine Topics Connect Exclusive。
それではですね、最初にインタビューを始める前に自己紹介をお願いいたします。
Thank you for inviting me here in Connect Exclusive. You know, my name is Christopher Lim. I'm the president of Philippine Franchise Association, but also the president of U Franchise. I studied in the Philippines, in Singapore and Canada, as well as did a masteral in Oxford. But now I'm back in the Philippines, helping brands that want to grow through franchising, whether it's brands that want to go international or brands that want to come here into the Philippines.
今回ですね、クリスさんとはフランチャイズエクスポでお会いしたんですけども、そのフランチャイズエクスポについて教えていただけますでしょうか。
Well, the Franchise Asia Expo, it's the largest franchise show in the entire Asia. We get over 800 brands that participate, coming from both the Philippines, Japan, Singapore, the US, Europe. People who want to come here into the Philippines or enter Southeast Asia, they use the Philippines as a base and they use the expo where they meet so many potential franchisees as well as potential partners to expand their business.
When it's started, that expo?
Yeah, the Franchise Asia Expo has been running for over 27 years. And next year, it's going to be the biggest ever because we have over 40 countries of the World Franchise Council coming here. It's going to be on October 2023. It will be the biggest expo we've ever had, over 1,000 brands and over 40 to 50,000 visitors plus thousands of international delegates coming.
So same as SMX Convention Center?
Yes, it'll be the 2 whole floors of SMX. We've reserved the whole one so that we can make sure anyone who wants to know anything about franchising in Asia can find it there.
本日伺っていますこの U フランチャイズのことについてお話伺いたいんですけれども、
U Franchise, it's the Philippines' largest franchise matching company. We're here to find the right franchise for you. So we work with about 200 plus brands. Some just want one franchise, one branch. We can help you with that. but some are looking for international brands. So there are many brands that want to enter the Philippines. We help them find a franchise, but at the same time, we work with brands like Potato Corner, the Jollibee Group, in their international expansion. So we also help them find franchisees all over the world. Japan being one, which is one of the countries that a lot of Philippine brands want to expand to.
Maybe 2 days ago, I heard the Potato Corner launched the London branch like that.
Yeah. So we actually helped Potato Corner enter the UK market. So we helped them find a franchisee in London, and it's doing very well. They've opened a few weeks ago, maybe just a week ago. And that's what we do. We try to help brands that want to expand through franchising, whether it's locally or internationally.
もちろん日本でもこのフランチャイズビジネスというのはあるんですが、フィリピンにおけるフランチャイズビジネスの可能性についてどのように見ておられるでしょうか。
You know, the Philippines right now is the 7th largest franchise market in the world. We have over 2,000 franchise brands, and we employ over 2 million people here in the Philippines. And in the past year, it's actually grown even stronger and grown even faster, because there's so many people now who want to own their own business instead of working for someone else. So we have a new breed of franchisees looking to invest, looking to create their own business, looking to expand, their own wealth. So franchising has actually had a big boom. There's a global saying that franchising does well in good times.
Yes, it is.
Even better in bad times. And over the pandemic, that's been proven, and we can see. We predict the next 4 years to be the golden age of franchising here in the Philippines.
How rapidly grows the franchise business in the Philippines?
Yeah. On average, it grows about 10 to 15% a year. And every year, there's thousands of new franchises that open here in the Philippines. Yeah.
Philippine Topics Connect Exclusive.
.大小様々あると思うんですけれども、まずはそのフランチャイズのですね、大手の企業について伺いたいと思いますけれども。
In the Philippines, of course, our biggest franchise brand is Jollibee. They have about over 20 different brands all over the world.
Yes.
Jollibee being their flagship brand in many countries. But we also have Potato Corner, which is a flavored French fries brand. But also we have other food brands such as Turk Shawarma, Shawarma Shack, with over about 4 or almost 600 stores across the Philippines. But the beauty in the Philippines is less than half of the brands are actually food. There's a big service and retail franchise market here. We have brands like the Generics Pharmacy with over 2,000 stores all over the Philippines. Or even services like micro-lending.
Yes.
Or even healthcare like dialysis centers. So it's such a diverse segment, and for every industry, there is a franchise for it.
So then also education area.
Yeah. Education as well, Kumon is here, one of the biggest math tutorial franchises.
It's from Japan.
From Japan, yes. And we also have seriously addictive mathematics, from teaching Singapore math, even Aloha arithmetic from Malaysia. We even have other schools like the Canadian Tourism Hospitality Institute from Canada. So education, a very big sector as well. As well as IT. Just last October, the first ever IT franchise launched here, selling hardware and software services to various B2B and B2C potentials. So almost any industry can be franchised here.
フィリピンにおいてはこの1代でどんどん大きくなっていくようなフランチャイズというものもありますが、この新進の注目されている企業についてお話しいただけますでしょうか。
Well, there's one that actually opened during the pandemic called Bang Bang Bangus. It's flavored crispy bangus or milkfish in English. Growing, they had a few stores in 2020. They first started their first store in 2020. They have almost 100 stores right now, just 2 years after launching their first store. So, and they want to go international as well. We also see convenience stores continuing to grow. Anything on convenience and health, whether it's a pharmacy, whether it's mini groceries, or dialysis centers and diagnostic centers are doing very well here. In the food sector, food people, the Filipinos love to eat.
Yes.
We eat 5 times a day. So there's a lot of food franchises, whether it's shawarma or milk tea, it continues to grow here. And we see a lot of potential. But healthy food, healthy snacks are also, of course, a big thing right now, especially coming out of COVID. Everyone is a bit more health conscious, looking for that next big, yummy but healthy snack.
Because of Filipino has merienda, right?
Yes, it has merienda, it has a morning meal, it has an evening meal, so quite a few different meals.
So some of the company, I already interviewed with QQ Ramen, 99
ramen, yes. They joined a lot of our shows. They seem to be growing quite fast.
Yes.
They tapped the ramen. There was a big ramen craze in the Philippines, but they made it a lot more affordable because ramen was very expensive. So they made it fast, quick, affordable. Great franchise that looks like doing quite well.
Then also many young people love Turks, the shawarma.
Yeah. Turk shawarma. The Filipinos, because people are so busy now, they love Turks because it's on the go, it's affordable. But very important when entering the Philippines, Turk shawarma doesn't taste like a very authentic shawarma from the Middle East. It's actually tailored to the Filipino, which has a slightly more sweet palate.
Adjusting.
And that worked very well for Turks, and they really started this whole shawarma boom.
Then also milk tea.
There was a lot of milk tea brands that opened. The issue with milk tea now is it's so competitive. There's just so many out there. So there are some new types of milk tea or going into yogurt, drinking yogurt. So some people are trying different types because the milk tea segment, very high margin, but very, very competitive right now.
Recently, I heard the glowing the frutas.
Yes.
So
Frutas has been aggressive, of course, and they're listed in the stock market. So they are trying a lot of different types. They have lemonade, they have fruit shakes, they have a lot of different types of drinks and snacks actually.
実際にエキスポで日本の企業の出展もかなり見られたんですけれども、日本からの企業についてはいかがでしょうか。
A lot of the Japanese brands that have come in here have been food. So, I mean, Yoshinoya being one of the oldest ones. So, a lot of Japanese brands, and it's really because the Filipinos have started to travel a lot more in Japan. It's become easier and easier to travel to Japan. So that's they're more exposed to new types of Japanese food. They want more specialist food. So before it was all family restaurants with everything under it, you know, all the different dishes. Now you have specialists in ramen, specialists in tonkatsu, even tempura. And I believe that now that everything is opening up as people get to travel again and Japan is opening up as well, I can imagine the thirst for the new Japanese food, more unique Japanese food, people will start looking for that.
How about the convenience stores like 7-Eleven?
Convenience stores continue to be very big and will continue to grow. 7-Eleven by far is the largest and ahead of all the competitors. 7-Eleven is aggressively growing and they've adjusted their offer with a bit of, you know, fresh food as well as the convenience store, which is what it looks like in Japan and other countries. So convenience stores will continue to be an interesting category, but very difficult to compete for new players because you really need a big, large scale. You need a lot of scale to really compete.
Philippine Topics Connect Exclusive.
Foodについて、レストランとかファストフードのお話をされているんですが、この、ジョリビーとか、アーミーネイビーとか、この街の1店舗だったですね、20年前、30年前に1つだけだったお店が、この1台でですね、急激に大きくなる、その成功の秘密っていうのは、おそらくリムさんいろんな方と話をしているのでわかると思うんですけど。
I think first of all, very important is they understand the target market. So Jollibee was very strong, was able to compete with McDonald's and even beat McDonald's in the Philippines because they were the first to adapt. You know, they offered rice, they offered their chicken joy with gravy on it. even the spaghetti is a bit sweet, they were able to adapt in the Philippines. But now that they go international, they know that the palate in every country is slightly different. So they're very clear what their core offer is, but then how to slightly adapt to every market without changing what the brand's about. I think that's one of the powers of Jollibee and a lot of the brands that have gone international. But second is consistency. Is being able to serve the same good chicken anywhere in the Philippines or anywhere in the world. I think that's something that's very critical, and that's because they had a strong franchise development program. They have very formal operations manuals, training, very strict audits, because people, when they hear Jollibee now, they'll come into it, but the only reason they'd come back into it is because they had a good experience. And if the experience in any store is not as good, they may not come back. So it's not only having a great product, great atmosphere and brand, it's the consistency to replicate that over and over again, whatever city you are in or whatever country you're in.
So it means the same service everywhere. So even Manila, Cebu, Davao, same.
Exactly.
Even province.
Exactly. And the training that you have to go through, at least 2 or 3 months training and continuous audits and updates. And that's the support that Jollibee gives, I think. And a lot of the big franchisors, that's what they give. They invest a lot in the support they give to people who franchise because they want it to be consistent. A customer who comes into a store does not care if it's a franchise store or a company-owned store.
Yes.
They would not know and they do not care. They only come in because it's your brand.
Because of the brand name.
Because of the brand name. They do not care who operates it. They expect the same service wherever they go.
今ジョリビーの話が何度も出てきている、もちろんねフィリピンでは最も有名なフランチャイズなので、もう今や世界展開をしています。で一方でですね、この、ジョリビーの特徴というのは先ほど20以上の、レストランを傘下に入れているということですが、日本の吉野家をですね、傘下に、入れています。この、フランチャイズビジネスの、この方向性としてこの M&A ということについてはどのように、見られているでしょうか。
A lot of the big food brands in the Philippines, though they start some of their own new brands, they've realized that they're able to grow faster and scale faster by acquiring other brands that they can then scale up even faster. So Jollibee with Yoshinoya in the Philippines, so it's been here for quite a few years. They feel that with their operational expertise, as well as their large supply base, they're able to expand that faster. So they acquired that here in the Philippines, but internationally as well. They acquired Smash Burger in the US. They acquired Tim Ho Wan across Asia. So they're very clear that they're building their core brands, but to expand in other markets, some of their brands may not be strong enough to enter those markets, so they'll acquire a brand that they can then scale up. Same thing with the Shakey's Group acquiring Peri Peri Chicken in the Philippines, or the other brands that have started to acquire both locally and internationally. The idea is in food, you really need the scale so that you're able to lower costs and increase your margins. And they know that there are some jewel brands that can easily be scaled up if it's given the professional touch and a bit of investment. And that's what all these brands are looking for, those jewels that they can expand.
Joy Conception さんという方が主催しているこの Go Negosio というグループがありますけれども、そちらとの関係についてはどうでしょうか。
As part of the Philippine Franchise Association, we've been partnering with Go Negosio for decades because we have had the same mission, which is we want to grow more entrepreneurs, help more people grow as entrepreneurs, improve their business, because we know that every business, or for us, every franchise that's developed is extra new jobs that's created. Our mission as the Philippine Franchise Association is to create entrepreneurs so that it can create jobs.
Okay.
And hand in hand with Go Negosio, we help mentor, we help build and nurture new brands so that they can scale up. So that they can not only achieve their dreams, but they can generate employment, not just in Metro Manila, but across the nation.
So because of that, you have the seminar also in your expo.
Yes, so with Go Negosio, we have seminars in the expos. They also have these mentorship sessions, usually in different malls. And our members and even I go as a mentor there, mentoring for free. You know, entrepreneurs, give them 15-20 minutes of entrepreneurship. They get access to the best and you know, the brightest business people and entrepreneurs in the Philippines. That's why we're very supportive of Go Negosyo, because we have the same mission, and it's the best way for us to improve our country by generating more jobs, by creating more entrepreneurships.
2022年というのはこのマルコス政権が始まった年ということなんですけど、これからの6年間、特にこのフランチャイズというエリアでですけれども、フィリピンの経済どのように成長していくように見られているでしょうか。
Well, under Marcos as well as the new DTI secretary, they're very pro micro, small, medium enterprises. Yes. So we're very optimistic. Of course, they inherited very difficult. There's so many things happening across the world between COVID and the war. But I think they're starting to get everything together, and we're very optimistic at what the next 6 years will bring. I think everyone is gearing towards investment and growth. And we can start seeing that, especially in the franchise sector. In this last quarter, we see sales of our members are hitting pre-pandemic levels. Some are even exceeding it. And everyone's very optimistic about 2023. But of course, always some caution, because there are so many factors happening around the world that can impact us. Supply chain costs are still high. Inflation continues to remain high. But we are optimistic that everyone is starting to understand it, factor it in, and because of the pent-up demand of customers, we will continue to grow next year.
Philippine Topics Connect Exclusive.
Thank you again for having me here in this Connect Exclusive program. To our Japanese friends, you know, if there's something we learned over the past few years, whether you own a business or you're trying to be an entrepreneur, diversification is very important. Franchising allows you to grow your business using other people's money, time, and organizations, so that you can be not only in different countries, different cities, but also if you're looking to invest in a franchise and you're an entrepreneur, you can have diversified income through franchising. And one of the big places to look at franchising is the Philippines. We're a young market with an average age of 24 years old, and one of the largest franchise markets in the world. If there's any interest to come into the Philippines, the Philippine Franchise Association, as well as U Franchise, is here to help. Thank you once again. Domo arigato gozaimasu.
この番組はご覧のスポンサーの提供でお送りしました。